am Jacob. I'm the host of the show. Thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing, and just being a part of what we do here. The first week of free agency was an exciting one. There was a lot of twists and turns. So let's begin this. So, the Titans decided to keep center Ben Jones, 2 years, $14 million. And the Colts, George Adams, I believe, signed a 3-year, a 5-year, $10.95 million with the 49ers. So, how these two things happened was, these two deals were made, and as well as most of the deals on in the first video will be to sign that became signed, because these deals were negotiated during the tampering period, where players can go get contracts from other teams, just cannot sign them officially until the league year starts. But you can re-sign your own. The Dolphins have re-signed defensive end Emmanuel Ogbah to a 4-year, $65 million deal. The Rams have re-signed Joe Noteboom, 3 years, $40 million. That Noteboom is a really important one, as you will hear in another video, but to stay in cusp of this, it was because he was the guy behind the stalwart Andrew Whitworth, and he is retiring. So Noteboom, it will be a starter next year. That's why they have to keep him around. The Cardinals and James Conner have agreed to a 3-year, $21 million contract. Some places will say extension. It wasn't an extension. An extension is when you have a year or multiple years left, and then you sign a new contract on top of it. This is a contract that he signed because he was going to be a free agent. Now he stays with the Arizona Cardinals. The Dolphins signed Chase Edmonds to a 2-year, $12.6 million deal. The Bengals signed Alex Campa to a 4-year, $48 million deal. A great move by the Bengals. Shore up that offensive line. That offensive line was bad. Shore it up. Get some guys in there that know what they are doing. You bring in Campa. There's a lot more notable guys on this list that you can say this is turning to a great offensive line. The Browns have released Jarvis Landry after trying to trade him. That didn't last very long. The Steelers made an interesting move in signing Mitch Trubisky. As much as we know, it's only a 2-year contract. But I don't think anyone anticipated they would go into the Mitch Trubisky direction. Now, I'm not saying this is a permanent choice. They could still draft somebody. They could still bring someone in from free agency cheaper, and this would work. But right now, Mitch Trubisky is your starter. He's the only one who has real starter experience in terms of played a whole year. Dwayne Haskins really didn't play a whole year, and he was always banged up and getting into trouble. Mason Rudolph had always been the backup to Ben Roethlisberger, so we always knew Ben was going to come back and take his job. So I like the signing. You gotta wonder what the Steelers going to be able to do with Mitch Trubisky. The Bears had signed, or agreed to sign, Larry Ogunjobi, but then, as you will learn in another video, that will change in a little bit of time of how this all came about. The Seahawks have agreed to terms with Andre Diggs, a 3-year, $40 million contract. The Bengals have signed offensive lineman Ted Karras to a 3-year, $18 million contract. A good move. Still a very good offensive lineman. Keep him around. Go find a way to sign some of these great offensive linemen. Jets have signed guard Laken Tomlinson to a 3-year, $40 million contract, $27 million guaranteed. Good signing for the Jets. Shore up that offensive line. See what Wilson can do with a good offensive line, not a terrible one.